My instructional strategy that I researched was cooperative learning. And if you think about cooperation, it really is infused into our life because it's constantly about interaction. So it does make sense to apply that to education and even teaching our students how to interact. A couple concise definitions I found, or I'm blending a couple of them. Cooperative learning is a student centered, instructor facilitated instructional strategy. Structured forms, that includes the instructor facilitated part, of group work in which students engage in common goals while being evaluated individually and as a group. It's not just throwing students into groups, it's group work with purpose, and the group and individual members have to meet the learning objective. And students had to be taught how to work together. What if you disagree? How do you act and how do you deal with that? What's it look like to respect each other and value each other's viewpoints? I found this video through CCU's library, which I would definitely recommend. I do recommend this strategy, and I'm anxious to design some units this way. Some things I learned that make sense. It's to ensure all students are meeting the objective. The teacher is frequently asking questions. They're not allowed to go on to say the next step until they can all understand the material. They can all answer my questions. If not, continue working and I'll come back to you. Uh, Assigning roles to each member. I think that would really be important too, so it keeps each student active. What's on the screen is what I researched and found, but the video made it a little bit more concise. They had a researcher, a recorder, an editor, and a designer. And then the video examples, students were studying stem cells and the controversy surrounding that. And ultimately, they had to design a brochure containing their research and the position they were taking. And I felt those roles played nicely into that project. And then think about what about a teacher's role. We got to be monitoring the students, being involved, being present, assessing them, having discussions with them. Definitely not sitting at our desk. Reflection, also important. At the end of a unit on the video, the teacher was showing that the group came back together, handed out the individual assessments that they took individually, and they were to reflect as a group. Why didn't this person do so well? What other strategies could you have? What maybe you all did well? What strategy did you use then that can help the next group? And I thought that would be also very valuable. And they said somewhere I read that it's often that part is left out, and that author believed that that should not be. Students need to assist each other, even valuing each other as individuals. That's definitely biblical, as I show here in Philippians 2. Do nothing out of selfish ambition, value others above yourself. And one research mentioned the practice of not allowing the group to ask for help until every single person had the exact same question, meaning if you knew it and the other three didn't, you should be explaining it to them, which helps everybody's learning. Definitely research based. It's rich history of theory, research, and actual classroom use. And it covers, this book by Spooner covers many student-centered learning approaches. They were all founded on research that he discussed, and cooperative learning was among that. These authors gave us some advantages. They're going to use more academic language. They're going to receive more attention because they're dealing with each other. Their motivation increases. They don't want to let down their peers. They're going to promote the life skill of working together, and they're going to have less reliance on a teacher. So I definitely recommend that strategy, and I'm very anxious to look into it more and start using it.